Welcome back to the Takeout. My beloved NBA champion New York Knickerbockers have a new bold-faced name to compete with in the Eastern Conference. LeBron James, maybe you've heard of him, announced today he's signing a 2-year deal to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. This upcoming season will be the 4-time NBA champion's record-breaking 24th season. Tony Jones covers the 76ers for The Athletic and joins me now. Tony, I was reminded today he is 41 years old. And he is, of course, one of the greatest basketball players ever. Does he immediately make Philadelphia a contender, or does he at least just make them a topic of conversation?
I thought they were on the edges of contention even without him because of the Jaylen Brown acquisition and the trade with the Boston Celtics. So with him, I believe that they're firmly in the conversation in the Eastern Conference with the New York Knicks and with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs league-wide when you talk about, who can immediately win a championship.
And do you get a sense from what he said today that that's the calculation, or is there something that the Sixers offered that the Cavs and the Heat didn't?
Yeah, and talking to, people around LeBron, they made it clear that this was a decision based on where he had his best chance to win a championship. And, that conclusion was the Philadelphia 76ers. And if you look, up and down their lineup, even without LeBron, there are 2 All-NBA caliber players in Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown. Obviously, Joel Embiid, when healthy, is still one of the best offensive players in basketball. And VJ Etchkum just came off of a rookie season where he was one of the top 3 or 4 rookies in the NBA. So, it's an imposing starting 5 with LeBron. You're bringing, the likes of Dean Wade and Anthony Simons off the bench, so it's going to come down to whether the Sixers can stay healthy enough, whether they can, find enough stops on the defensive end, and whether they have enough depth to get through 4 rounds of the playoffs. So it's definitely a team that's one of the more talented teams in the league at this point.
Given this is a program where perhaps sports isn't always top of mind for the viewer, I mentioned at the top, he's 41 years old. What does he do to keep fit enough, healthy enough, in shape enough to ensure that he is there playing all year long?
Well, he takes care of his body year-round, probably on par or like no other that has ever played the game. He famously invests $1 million a year into his body, into the upkeep of his body, and he's been remarkably durable throughout his career. Now, as he has aged in the last few years, he's had some injury issues. 2 years ago, he had a groin issue, and that led to the Los Angeles Lakers losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. Last year, he had a bout with sciatica, which he termed was the ultimate old age injury. But by and large, he's, been one of the guys who just, takes care of his body, wakes up every day in the morning, gets his workout in, eats correctly, and keeps his weight where he needs it to be. So he's been somebody who's been as durable a superstar as we've ever seen.
May we all have $1 million lying around that just help take care of our own body. Tony Jones, you're going to have a busy season ahead of you covering the 76ers for The Athletic. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. We appreciate it.